Hi everyone, this is Kelly from The Truth in Story, and tonight is day 25. Oops, I better turn off. Why can't I do that at the beginning? I don't know. There we go. This is day 25 of Lenormarch, and I had a little treat today in the mail, and I opened it myself, to be honest, just because I felt like opening it myself and kind of enjoying it and not getting too weepy in public for this particular day. But I quite enjoyed opening it, and I knew that she would understand. So I'm just going to kind of show you what I got, which is a bunch of yummy candies, which who doesn't love candies? And especially it's Easter time. In fact, I just finished getting stuff for Katie's Easter basket, along with the Shadowscape Tarot for her. I'm going to move these out of the way, but look at them all over there being delicious. She'll have to have one later. Put my pyramid back here. So yeah, Miss Maureen being so sweet, knowing this was a rough week for me and a rough day tomorrow, had sent me a treat to get here tomorrow. I never know what things are. That's the corner of my, I love this. I love this one. It stays right over here with my amethyst cluster and creates, and I always put one over here, and it creates an arc, I feel like, over my whole thing. Anyways, she sent me this, and I'm not going to obviously read the card because it's personal, but, I mean, I've already read the card, but look at the card, though. Look, it's a tarot reader. It says, sometimes it's hard to tell the future. Sometimes all you have is faith. So that's really sweet. And just, you know, that she's thinking of myself and my family. But I thought, how cute is that? Because look, it's a little witchy poo who is reading tarot cards. So I thought that was really neat. And then this smells so good. This is a chakra candle, but it's a happiness candle. It says Sahasrara, I'm sure I'm ruining that, above the head. This chakra is associated with divine energy and self-realization. Through meditation and prayer, we surrender to the higher power. We experience whole body happiness. And this has 100% pure essential oils in it. Patchouli, which I love, labdanum, and frankincense. And I'm going to save this to light. How to use, choose a peaceful place, la 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 la. I'm going to save this to light tomorrow because I wish happiness, obviously, for Michael on his birthday, as well as for Katie and I and my family and such. So I'm going to save this and light this for tomorrow, which is such a beautiful gift. Look at this. It's like a rough, it's kind of flattish. I love how this feels because it's like, because it's flat like this, and it's a little bit narrower, and it sits here. I love this Miss Maureen. I'm just a quartz person. I truly believe, that is, I truly believe that I could just surround myself with quartz. But I actually know what I'm going to do with this piece. It feels so, even the end, it's like it's a rough end, but it's a smooth rough end. I just love this, and I think what I'm going to do with this piece is actually put this under my pillow, because like I said, quartz for me feels like a force field, and so a force field at night would be a good thing. So I felt, as soon as I opened this, I thought, oh, I think that that's going to go under my pillow, so I can just not forget to bring one there, and it can just stay there in that space. So I think that's what I'm going to do with this. So thank you very much. But you say, what is this to do with Lenormarch? Well, it does, because look, let me put this over here. This smells so good. I wish you could smell it, but it's, well, if you know what patchouli smells, but it's soft. Like patchouli can get very strong, and with the other two things that are in it, it's actually not a super strong. I mean, you can smell it real well, but it's not a you know, really strong, like headache-inducing smell. So, and it's for happiness. I'm going to do that tomorrow, which I already said. But this one is hilarious. This made me giggle, but I guess we'll do that first, and then we'll come to these, which do have to do with Lenormarch. I'm so excited. These are two on my list. But let's take a look. You can just see. Now, I don't know. It seems like the same bag as my vintage Gothic Lenormand came in. So I don't know if this is the same company. I did look at these. Like I said, I did open this myself just to have an enjoyment time, and I just needed to pull it off myself. You know what? Let me turn this light off because I think up here is going to cause a glare. There we go. It's better. Look, this is called the Oracle of Shadows, and you can see this like skeleton with the Ouija board, which obviously goes with it. It's the same image on it. So that's, let's see, is that the back of the cards? No, that's just the artist card. Look at the back of the card. I have the perfect die for this. My vintage photograph is going to go on the sides of this, obviously, but look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? I'm not going to lie, this cracked me up. I mean, there's some really good cards and some really powerful cards, but it cracked me up because it's got a great sense of humor and it's creepy. And I just watched a creepy movie. Oops. Why am I pushing? There we go. I just watched Insidious 3 while it was still daylight out because if I'm by myself, I try to watch scary movies in the daylight, but it was really scary. And this is hilarious. Some of them make me laugh and some of them creep me out. This is going to be a good Halloween deck. So here we have Ancestors. And it did come with, I'm not going to show you all these because I'll do a walkthrough. I was just getting ready to get in mode like I was going to. But it came with, oh it is, whiterabbittarot.com. So it's that same company. So it came with kind of how you might use, what meanings you might have for the cards, which is nice. Although I think a lot of them are quite self-explanatory. I'm not going to go through the whole thing because I will do a walkthrough. But it's got like Ancestors, Delusion. See all the hands around his head? Look at how creepy that is. Haunted. Oh, that's a creepy one. Illumination with the creepy child. Look at what we have again. That's probably why she got it for me, because she knows how I love him. Look at Intuition with the Fortune Teller. This one was hilarious. I cracked up laughing out loud to myself when I saw this love card. It reminds me of the creepy lizard guys that are in the old television show Land of the Lost, which you can still watch on YouTube, which I find hilarious. Look at Magic. So yeah, I mean, these are, oh, look at Play though. Look at those creepy children. Let me see if I can find. Regret is so sad. I mean, there's some really powerful ones. Secrets with the skull behind the keyhole. Let me see if I can find one that's particular. There's these ones with, look at the shadow. Who knows what lurks in the hearts of men? The shadow knows. But these people with things over their head. Oh. That one is really vigilance, like vigilantes. But there were these ones with little things over their faces, and for whatever reason, those really creeped me out in the best possible way. Like these, with these funky little masks over their faces. There was and this one. Like this, Messenger, but then you got that creepy like thing over their face. You know what? You know what is so creepy is that they're probably actually dead people. Mystery. That's awesome. Because, you know, in the old days, and I can't say the exact dating of this happening, but they used to actually photograph, you know, so before you really had pictures of your loved one. And so when they passed on, they would actually take family pictures with them, which is just so disturbing. But it actually got quite the giggle out of me. So thank you so much. I will do a walkthrough of this. Yeah, that was pretty hilarious and really gave me the giggle. She's working on this whole, you know, I have this whole space on top of my bookshelf now with the raven candles, my obsidian pendulum, my pendulum board, my obsidian sphere is up there, my vintage, I told you I love things that have spots that feel like they're made for me. This has got a hole in here. I don't think you can see it, but it's perfect. Anyways, my vintage Gothic Lenormand. So I'm getting this really cool creepy area, and so I need to clear out a cubicle so I can have a creepy cubicle. Cubicle. So anyways, thank you very much, Miss Maureen. She knows how to make me giggle. That's for sure. But look at these. Now she told me about well, I don't remember her telling me about this one. She told me about this one because she told me she had 2 of these. And she saw that I'd mentioned that I would really like a Bluebird Lenormand. It's like one of those ones I don't know why I didn't have one. But I liked it because it has the verses on it. I don't really agree with all the verses, but I love it because it has the verses on it. So this is the Bluebird Lenormand. Has a cute little bird thing. U.S. Game Systems. Copyright 1970 and then again in 2016. And it goes into some history of Mademoiselle Lenormand, which I think is again hilarious since these. But look, it even has pictures. Has pictures of Mademoiselle Lenormand's mausoleum in a collapsed state of disrepair circa 1974. Her tomb in 2014. So that was quite interesting. And so it has some biographical things about her, and then just your basic, you know, what you would expect out of a little white book. But at least it's got a cute little cover like that with birds on it. But A, this box is so sweet. B, look at the back. How sweet is that? I'm not going to trim this one because I love these little titles on the bottom, and it would eat those up. And plus the back is just so absolutely sweet. The Bluebird Lenormand. So let's just look at these real fast because we can. We don't have a long one to do today, so I can quickly do this. But here's the rider, the clover. Well, here, let's read the clover. Flowers surrounding clover leaf mean happiness surmounted over grief. Bits of luck and fortune wait. You have the potential to make life great. Now, you know, Mr. Lunar on his YouTube channel has gone through and read a lot of the poems in English and in Dutch, which is lots of fun. But the pictures are gorgeous. Look at the ship. A ship carrying gold sails straight into view. Lined in its hold are fortunes for you. If you should travel with a special friend, memories unfurl for years upon end. Look at, and I love the playing card association or images. They're gorgeous. You know, you got your pip cards, but then look at how pretty look at that bouquet card. So I'll go quicker. So we have the rider, the clover, the ship, the house, look at that big house, the tree, the clouds. We do have some darker over here than over here, which is nice. We have the snake, which is, of course, vile is a serpent who lulls with a bite. Be not indulgent or slow to the fight. Flee every moment. She turns on the charm. This poised opponent will bring you to harm. Look at her. She's quite a lovely opponent, though. I love the playing cards. Here we have the coffin, and this is so gorgeous. Look at that. Happiness anew from the flowers sent. The outlook for you means encouragement. Days will be filled with pleasures come true. Fate has so willed the best unto you. Look at him. I love this guy. Now, I don't generally like there to be men's, but he is so comfortable with his scythe. It's just like resting over his shoulder after a hard day's work. I quite like that card. Even it breaks my rules. Here's we got the birch rod. Look at the birds. They're so sweet. Birds bring a message full of cheer. If this card falls distance, all is not clear. Whatever the outcome, remain without fear. Woe will be brief when the birds disappear. Children. A lovely fox. Of course, I don't agree with the fox. Bear. Beautiful star. I love this stork. It's in flight. There's not very many storks that are in flight. Look at the dog. Tower, garden, The gardens entreat to a party you'll go. New friends will arrive and romance may flow. Life's to be enjoyed with nature all around. In this verdant setting, beauty and peace abound. Mountain. Look at that. See how the playing cards are so gorgeous? The road. A road in the open reveals the best way. Choose wisely your path to avoid any dismay. Follow your dreams with faith and precision. All will be clear once you've made your decision. So even though it's a road card, which I prefer path card, it's very clearly about making a decision. Mice. Heart. Look at that little guy. Ring. Book. Letter. Gentleman. Look at him all dapper, and look at her. Now they don't face each other, you know, many decks do not. It's a nice little thing when they do, but the lady and the gentleman are quite lovely. Lilies. Sun. Look at that beautiful moon. Key. Fish. Anchor. And cross. So they're so lovely. I am so excited to have these. I mean, these are decks I'll actually use. They're quite good cardstock. They're quite thick cardstock. You know, I use Lenormand a lot, so I am always excited. And I really like, I haven't actually had a whole lot of like classic-y looking ones. And so these are going to be quite lovely. So I'm going to do a 3-card with these and with the other deck just so you can see them. So today we're doing 3 cards with the significator. And so since I have this wonderful happiness candle here, and we're, you know, all trying to get a little bit of happiness, I'm going to go ahead and do these for the sun card. So what you do with this when you're choosing a significator is you shuffle and then you turn over facing you and you find the card you're looking for. And then you can pull for a 3-card. You can pull 1 card on either side, but this also works very well for a 5-card as well as a 7-card. Once it goes to a 9-card, I go into a 9-card and not like this. But this is very much, most of the time if I'm drawing 3, 5s, or 7s, this is how I'm doing it, is with a significator. Because Lenormand is all about proximity, right? So here we have happiness and we have a message of love. So this is a surprise letter from a place remote, brings good news from a friend who wrote. If the words pretend a stormy sky, sadness will soon much intensify. But what's it connected with? The heart. The heart is a symbol of fulfillment and joy. Romance is in full bloom for you to enjoy. Serenity rests deep in thy heart. Loving yourself is where it should start. So that's a nice little message there. So the message is the way to happiness is to love thyself. There we have it, straight from the sweet little bluebird, although doesn't like the fox or the snake very much, does the sweet little bluebird. So yeah, that's how you would do. I just love these backs. I seriously think these are probably next to the Centennial backing of the Rider-Waite-Smith. With the rose in the middle, I think this has got to be, with that, it's kind of in the same vein as being one of the sweetest. Not my most absolute favorite, but definitely one of the sweetest little backs. I adore it. I will be using this for sure. So that's the one. I don't generally keep my little white books because otherwise it's too hard to get them in and out of. So I'll put that in. I have a little place for all my little white books. The other one that she got me was one that I saw on Wild Moon Tarot's. Take out these extra cards. Wild Moon Tarot's, and this did not come with a little white book, which is fine for Lenormand. You really don't need one. Let me zoom in a little bit. So I saw this on Wild Moon Tarot's site, and I was like, what is that? And the name of it is, I'm not going to be able to pronounce it, so I'm going to show it to you. It is in German. Lenormand Horseskarten mit astrologischen Symbolen. Cymbeline has astrological correspondences on it. So we have the Lenormand Worsage carton. I know carton is card. So, because Kipper carton is Kipper cards. So here's the back, and you can see the astrological signs on the back. It's quite a lovely back. This one I might trim, except for the little circle goes slightly above it, but I think I would be okay with that getting trimmed because I think this would be lovely trimmed. But you can see that it has astrological signs associated with the cards on some of the cards, and then some of them would be the houses. You know, if you see the number, then this would be the association for the 9th house, which certainly makes sense because look here. I'll show you. Because I love showing this off because I'm so proud of it. Well, that's right, so. Oh, I'm so sorry for yawning in your ear. Here's my astrology chart that I so love. And you can see, so if we go, of course I don't have my glasses on. If you go to number 9, it's about the journey. It's about expansion. It's about beliefs. And so the journey card, or the ship card, certainly makes sense to have that there, right? And so here... So we have sometimes astrological, and then sometimes it's the houses. I think that's all that's there is houses, planets. Well, let's see. Yeah, so we have, that would be a planet, or not a planet. That would be a sign for Sagittarius. This would be a planet, right? And then that would be a house. So we have a mix. So there you have a mix of planets. So like there's Scorpio for the fox. This would be the 1st house, the 7th house, the 3rd house. That would be Aquarius. And so they have those. I will have to check and see if they're the same as what are found on the Mystical Kipper ones. I'm not sure, but let me just show you these real quick. I know this is going to be a little bit longer one, but I'll go quickly because it is Lenormand, so you can go quick. So here we have the, I love this set of cards. This is going to be one of my favorites. The Rider, the Clover, the gorgeous, gorgeous ship. Have I mentioned Black Sails? I adore that show. And boy, did they leave us on a cliffhanger, and I cannot wait to watch the next one. House. Tree. Look at that. Look at the clouds, light and dark. Perfection. Snake. Just a snake. We don't have anything evil. We can do what we want with it. Coffin. Bouquet. Scythe with my wheat sheath. Whip and the broom. I love these. They just seem so clear. I love that they use seagulls for the birds because, you know, it is also about anxiety and things like that. And, you know, flock of seagulls gets quite loud in your head. A gorgeous child card. Now, this does not have the playing card associations, I should have pointed out. We can see in this frame it has the astrological signs. We have 14, the number of the card, and then we have the astrological association, but we don't have the playing card association, which I'm okay with. The bear. Gorgeous stars. Look at that stork. This stork reminds me so much. Let me get it. In the totem animal or animal totem oracle, the justice card, I believe it is a heron. So it's not a stork, but let's see if I can find it. As I said, whenever you want to find a card, it's going to be the very last. But if you were to, yeah, here we go. So it's not exact, but it certainly reminds me of it. Look at that. This is a stork. This is a heron, but still. But still, it does remind me of that card as soon as I saw that. So there we have the stork. And at least the stork is in movement. It's moving, throwing its head back. Look at the sweet puppy. Look at that puppy. We have the tower. Here we have the garden. We obviously have lots of people that are gathering about. I would prefer to see just a garden rather than people, but it is about community and things, so that works. Here we have the mountain, which looks like a volcano ready to erupt. Here we have the path or the choice card, which is Libra. the mouse, the heart. I'm surprised that that is in the 5th house, because I would think it would be in the 7th house, but wow, that's the commitment. Okay. Alrighty. This is passion. 5 would be our passions as well, and I guess then 7's when you get down to the actual relationship. And here we have the book, the letter, the man, and the woman. Look at them. Love them. Beautiful lilies. Sun. It's got a face in it, but it's gorgeous. Moon. Look at, he's sleeping. The key. I love the fish. The anchor looks like you're underneath the water and it's coming down on top of you, and then the gorgeous cross. So how beautiful are these cards? I mean, these are just stunning. I'm so excited. Really, I'm so excited about both of these decks, but I'm really... I'd never even seen, I thought I'd seen most cards. I'd really done a lot of looking at Lenormand cards, and I had never seen these when I saw them on Wild Woman Tarot's, like one of her first Lenormand videos, she showed these, and I had never seen them before, and I absolutely love them. In fact, I have a Lenormand reading coming up that I'm going to use these in. And I'm sorry, I know I should have changed this background. I keep saying that, but I'm kind of working my way through the Thoth walkthrough. Okay, so let's do this again. Instead of the sun, this time we will go for the key to success, right? And we're talking about successful happiness today, because it is the theme of happiness for tonight, apparently, just to show you these cards. Okay, so then we would go, look at these. I mean, these are so beautiful. So, wait, what am I looking for? The key. I hope I haven't already seen it, because there we go. So we can take the key, and we have commitment. So we have something that's eating away at our commitment. And to me, and I will often do this where I'll kind of keep it split like this and see, and I thought, you know what, maybe I'm going to want some more information there. So here we have a message about commitment, and we have it eating away. Well, what kind of an eating away? Well, it's an eating away at our obstacles. So making a commitment and putting out that message, or kind of, I'm thinking you're sort of putting out our intention to be committed to success, to committed to successful happiness, since that's kind of what we're talking about. That commitment is going to eat away at our obstacles. So you can see how I do that. I will kind of hold on to the split so that if I want to grab more cards, it's right there, and I could grab on another set if I, oops, these are flipped over though, but so this would be actually, this one would have been, and that would lead to positive movement, right? Our intuition is giving us a message about commitment, and listening to our intuition and following that commitment to success is going to eat away at the obstacles and put us towards positive change. You can't even see that one. But you see how that allows you to continue out if you feel like, okay, a commitment, that's not really telling me a whole lot, so I want some more information. And it allows you to then go ahead and make, look at how beautiful these cards are. They're so pretty. So there we have it. A couple look at 2 different Lenormand decks and some other goodies, as well as our 3 card. Now, tomorrow we're also doing 3 cards, but we're doing 3 cards without a significator. So you're going to read it like a sentence, and that's a good practice to do, because sometimes you're reading it one way and sometimes you're reading it other ways, and so having practice at more of a sentence sort of reading can be very helpful. So thank you for watching. Thank you, Miss Maureen, for your wonderful goodies, and it's definitely, I'm going to be sleeping with this guy. So I really do feel like that's a good thing to do with this, and I will be lighting the candle tomorrow. So thank you all for joining me, and I will still be putting out a Lenormarch video tomorrow. I'll probably get it done in the morning before Katie comes over. So have an absolutely wonderful day, and I will be talking to you tomorrow.